Guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. So we are going to start an ultimate clean with me. I will not be at all surprised if this takes 2 days because I have a lot that needs to get done. We went camping last weekend and my in-laws, as a result, actually are reorganizing their garage. And so Ben's been helping them with that. And so our house is just kind of fallen apart. And there is so much to do. I'll show you guys some stuff that needs to get done. There is so much I need to do, but I really want to I have, I think, 4 loads of laundry I need to fold, and I really should wipe down the bathroom, and my floors are disgusting, but I really want to focus on deep cleaning my kitchen today. Some of my cabinets need some serious help, and I've been saying this forever, but I'm going to be painting, hopefully sooner rather than later. Yeah. So I want to prep my cabinets for that. And there is just so much that needs to get done. You guys might be able to see, yeah, I have a bunch of baby food jars back there, and I need to find a better place to put them because there was getting to be so many of them that they were hard to put away with my Pyrex. I have some drawers that I need to organize. So there's going to be a lot in this video. So also I'm hoping that before too long, this cutie will go down for a nap. He desperately needs one. He woke up at 6 this morning and it's almost 10, so oh my gosh, I'm hoping he goes to bed soon. I'm gonna pour myself, yeah, see, he's tired. I'm gonna pour myself a cup of coffee and we're gonna get into it. Okay, so I'm starting by unloading my dishwasher. I try and do this every morning, usually typically first thing, but it didn't quite happen this morning and that's okay. So we actually had to take a quick break because an alarm went off on my phone to order my stickers from Panda Bird Design. She was having an oops bag sale. So shout out to you, Jess, if you're watching / listening to this while you're working. Now I'm just getting some clutter off of my counters and then I'm making my bed. I also try to do this every morning just because it helps me feel more productive and more together if my bed is made. And so I make an effort to make this every day. Doesn't always happen, but I do my best. You'll see me take all these sheets out of this pillowcase. I was missing a pillowcase and I had no idea what happened to it. I found out I put it in my cabinet. Okay, so what I really need to tackle right now are these baby food jars because I had them in this cabinet here. This is where my Pyrex is. And then this is actually where I store my plastic stuff, like my plastic storageware. But there was just getting to be so many of them that I couldn't put away my regular dishes. So this Lazy Susan, that's not the right word, but my corner cabinet over here, it just has my spices. Here, let me just show you really fast. Let me just, camera block, okay. So I just have my spices and stuff in here, and then some party supplies, and that I definitely need to move. I'm definitely gonna move these party supplies out of here because I think that is actually where I'm going to put my baby food jars, because this also gets jammed all the time and it doesn't work great, it won't turn both ways. One of the beauties of having a 15-year-old house. So I'm going to clear this out and see if I can put all of these jars in here. And then while I'm showing you all of my horrible dirty little secrets, as Meg, woo, that was not attractive, as Love Meg calls them, and I agree. Wow, I am so washed out. I told you guys the lighting is super weird today, so I apologize. Okay. I'll cut the clip, show you my other dirty little secret that we're gonna handle today, hopefully. Also, don't mind my filthy countertop. I made pizza last night and didn't clean up. Okay, so this is my island, and this is where I keep measuring cups and measuring spoons and all those kinds of things. Like, that's horrible. So I bought literally the only two drawer organizers that were at the Dollar Tree I went to yesterday. And so I'm going to hopefully get this addressed today as well, because like, this is my shelf paper. It's not exactly doing me a lot of good, is it? If you guys have any suggestions on how to keep shelf paper and stuff tacked down, please let me know down below, because that's a problem I have in pretty much all of my drawers. Okay, so let's attack my corner cabinet, and yeah, let's do it.
Alright, so I'm starting just by kind of wiping down the counter a little bit just because I want to have a clean space to work with. I'm using, of course, my favorite method, countertop spray. I'm sure you guys are not surprised by this at all. I will link some down below for you guys. And I actually misspoke, so I said I put my seasonings and my spices in this corner cabinet. I actually put just my big ones. So this is what we're starting with. This is the before, and you can see it's jammed and I can't turn it because of that frame right there. So now I'm just, starting how we start any organizing project and taking everything out, because that's what has to happen every time. And I'm trying this basket. I don't really have a lot of organizers in my house right now. I've used up most of them. So I was trying that basket, but I decided that not enough jars fit in it to make it worthwhile. So I'm just going to put the jars in there loose for now. I may go buy a larger basket at some point to hold them, just that way they take up less space and rattle around less. But right now I don't really need to put anything else in there, so they can take up this much room and it's not a problem. Alright, so there's everything I took out. You can see a ton of party supplies and paper, silver, plastic silverware.
Okay, well, we'll see how much more I get done, because I swear, today, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Liam woke up after sleeping for about an hour when he really needed to sleep for at least 2, since he didn't nap hardly at all yesterday. And he woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah. And then my memory card ran out of room, so I had to empty out my memory card. And I will say that there were pictures on there from like over 3 years ago, so oops. And then Ben was at work, but then he ended up coming home, so he's gonna be working, so I'm not really gonna be able to film while he's working, which is fine. So we'll see how much more of this video gets done today. It may just get bumped into tomorrow, we'll have to see. I still have an ample mess on my counter, so that's fun. Yeah, so real life is real life. We'll see how much more we get done. Also, can you see Liam's hair? Like, how cute is that? Ben did that after we took him out of the bath last night, and it stayed that way, and it's just so cute. Also, I'm still trying to decide what color hair he's gonna have. He's definitely got my skin tone. He's way more olive than Ben is, because you've seen Ben. If you haven't seen our relationship story video, I'll link it in a card. Ben is very pale. Ben's Irish, so you can tell he's a pasty white boy with red hair. But Liam's hair color is still, the jury's still out on that. So anyway, okay, I'm going to feed this kid some lunch and we'll see how much more filming I get done today.
Okay, so I'm just gonna work on sorting out these clothes that I had put in my thrift haul earlier in the day. Some of them needed to go in Liam's dresser, some of them were too big for where he currently was, and then I'm also just trying to remove things off the couch because, as you can tell, he's very mobile. And he's so much fun. We love him, and we love this period of time he's in. This period of development has just been an absolute blast, but he's able to get in a lot more trouble now, that's for sure. I had to include some baby cuteness. All right, just picking up some random things that are on the floor, And I bought that shoe holder for about $10 at Burlington, and let me tell you, I fought with it. I made Ben put it together. Okay, so I found this bin in my garage that I thought would be perfect to hold all of these party supplies. Some of this stuff is from a baby shower that was thrown for me, and they specifically bought dinosaur stuff so I could use it for one of Liam's birthdays when he got older. And a few things from a bridal shower that I threw last summer. So I'm just putting all of that stuff in this box, and then I'm going to put this box in what was my overstock cabinet by my washing machine, so that way it's out of the way. And then same thing with all of this plastic silverware. We have so much plastic silverware and we hardly ever use it. So that's where all of that stuff is going to go. Okay, so now I have 4 loads of laundry to fold. I have a load of diapers and just some of our regular clothes, obviously, and I think folding the diapers is so unbelievably satisfying. Like, putting them in the baskets and everything is just one of the most satisfying things, and I think that's one of the things that keeps me motivated to keep doing the cloth diapers, because I also feel like when I've done a full load of them that I've actually accomplished something with my day, even if that's all I've done. I really should show you guys what these baskets look like on the inside when all the diapers are put away. I haven't done that yet, but it's, I promise you, very satisfying. Okay, we're gonna organize this drawer now. So here's the before. Gonna take everything out and wipe out the drawer because I like to start with a clean slate. Do you see all that stuff that I'm pulling from the back? It's ridiculous. Utterly insane how much stuff was in here and how disorganized it was. So I decided to take all of my measuring cups and spoons off the little rings because I feel like they just fall off and get mixed up everywhere and whatever. So I went ahead and took all of them off because I think it's just going to be much easier for me to deal with and put everything away if I just have to stack it and I don't have to put the rings back on. So I'm putting my less frequently used things in the back of the drawer, and then the things that we use more often in the front. So here's again a reminder of the before, and here's the after. So much better, so much easier to use, and that's everything I'm getting rid of. Not a lot, but it's at least something. Okay, so now I'm putting away Liam's clean clothes, and then I also decided to go through his clothes and pull out the things that I knew didn't fit anymore because he's a baby and he's growing like a weed, so he's outgrowing things quickly. And then this bottom drawer is things that he's going to grow into soon, so like 12 to 18 month stuff. So I'm pulling a lot of that out to throw it in the washing machine just to make sure it's nice and fresh. And some of this stuff is brand new and still has the tags on it, so I needed to obviously take care of that as well. Now I'm just going to put up his toys. He loves playing with laundry and the laundry baskets. He thinks that's so much fun for some reason. And so I just let him do it because it lets me get stuff done.
All right, you guys, it is day 2 of this cleaning video. I think the last thing that I filmed, and really the last thing I did yesterday besides like my dinner dishes, was rotating Liam's clothes. So now we're gonna get into doing a little more deep cleaning, a little more organizing of my cabinets. My pantry I organized earlier this year, and I can link that in the card. And actually, for the most part, it's stayed intact. It's a lot fuller right now, but the organization has actually mostly stayed intact. So I might do a quick little tidy of that, but I might not. Because I can do that when Liam's awake. I wanna do things like scrubbing the cabinets, and I'd like to clean out my baking cabinet, which is over in this corner. I'd like to reorganize that because I kind of have just thrown things in there in the last couple of days. So, and I'd really like to clean, like scrub out my sink and wipe down my backsplash as well because it needs it. So that'll probably do it, at least for this video. And then I need to do my floors because my floors are like an absolute fright. So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, again, showing you the before. It's filthy in this cabinet. I had cocoa powder spill in the front, so it was just a hot mess. So again, starting with taking everything out. And I have all of these alternative flowers up at the top. I haven't used any of them yet, but I should try them because I have a friend that has a lot of food sensitivities, so I can probably make her some really good stuff with some of these, or I may just give them to her, we'll have to see. But taking everything out. So I also keep my tea and coffee in this cabinet, like my extra coffee, which I'm sure you guys know doesn't really happen very often in my house, but that's where all of this stuff goes as well. And I keep that on the bottom shelf because I use that more frequently than anything else. So now I'm just wiping out the cabinet because, again, I spilled cocoa powder in here and it had been in here for longer than I would care to admit. And then I'm rinsing off the shelf liner because it was also covered in cocoa powder. Okay, so now I'm consolidating. I had a bunch of open boxes of tea, so I'm just consolidating them into these little baskets that I have. And then I'm also gonna put those alternative flowers back up at the top because I don't use those often at all. So again, I try and follow the same policy of I try and keep my most frequently used items the most easy to access, and then as my use goes down, frequency of use goes down, I will put it in a more difficult to reach place. Checking dates on some of these teas because they're far older than I would care to admit. And then I actually brewed some of this tea just to see how it would taste. And it ended up tasting fine, even though it was, again, older than I would care to admit. Here's a reminder of the before. And here's the after. Much more organized, much more tidy, and a lot more functional for me. And then now I'm just gonna take a stainless steel wipe, and I will link the ones I like down below. And I'm gonna, right now I'm just wiping down the display, but then I'm gonna use a stainless steel wipe to wipe down the front of my dishwasher because it desperately needed it. It was obviously, you can see the water drops running down the front of it. So I like to do this as often as I can. This stainless steel looks a lot nicer for longer than our refrigerator does, but that's okay. Now I'm just spraying down my cabinets with this, again, my favorite method spray. This is not antibacterial or antimicrobial. This is just a degreaser. It's not a disinfectant at all, but that works perfectly for this because I will, wipe my handles and stuff with a disinfectant, but actually scrubbing my cabinets, I should have done some shots of what my cabinet doors looked like because they were really gross, you guys. I hate to admit that, but they were really gross. I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe out there. I know some states are having a really high resurgence with the pandemic, so hopefully you guys are staying safe. Okay, this is my backsplash. You guys, it's so gross, and I can't believe I'm showing that on the internet. So now I'm gonna clean my backsplash with, I'm cleaning one of Liam's baby toys first, actually, apparently. But then I'm going to deep clean my sink, and I guess I'm emptying my sink first. It'd be nice if I remember the order I did things in, wouldn't it? Okay, now I'm gonna actually deep clean my sink, and that includes wiping down my soap bottles. And I definitely want to get something prettier. I bought these at Dollar Tree quite a while ago, but they don't match my kitchen anymore. They matched the kitchen at the apartment, okay, but they don't really match anymore. So if you guys see something that's a little more farmhouse looking, let me know. Using some Barkeeper's Friend. This stuff is great to help remove hard water deposits. We have super hard water, so I'm using that, and then I'll actually, in a little bit, I will use it to scrub out the sink a lot better. You guys, this rag, when I was cleaning behind the sink like that, the faucet, it was so gross. I cannot believe that it was that nasty in my kitchen. Makes me feel so dirty. And there's our little spider friend. I haven't killed it, which is kind of a miracle for me. So now I'm moving on to the backsplash that's a little bit further to the right of my sink. So this wasn't nearly as dirty, which makes sense just because it's not nearly as commonly used an area. And I'm not washing dishes, so water isn't splashing and stuff, but it still needed a wipe down, so. Okay, so I wiped down my cabinets, which I'm pretty sure, honestly, that was the first time I'd done it to that extent since we moved in, which is kind of gross. And I scrubbed out my sink, and I cleaned my backsplash, which were the big things that I still needed to get done, as well as organizing a couple more cabinets. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I do still need to do my floors, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just do them. Partly because I also need to wait to do them so Liam
can be awake, so I'm not waking him up with the vacuum. And so yeah, let me know down below what you were doing during this video. If you were just relaxing, if you were cleaning with me, I would love to know. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you're not subscribed to my channel already, please do so. Any and all interaction with my channel really helps me out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.